To go that far to find fireworks. They're right outside my back door. So I thought I'd show you a couple. They were just around for a few minutes. I won't be on long, but I figured out, well, you get to see them. I'm hearing them, but I can't see them every place. So some have been like over here. There's like somebody down there doing some pretty spectacular fireworks. So we'll see what we can see for a few minutes while we're in. At least y'all get to see a little bit of fireworks. Well, there's one. I didn't have to go far to find them. We had a delicious turkey dinner and a nice cake, and it was really just perfect. And we have leftovers. And the turkey cooked out. The turkey turned out cooked. I thought I'd come live. I'm going to see, because it's like right over there, and they've been shooting off some pretty spectacular fireworks. I can hear them down there. I just can't see them. I'm trying to see if I can see them. I can't see them. So, whoops, wait, hold it. Here we go. Woo! There you go. Ouch. Sorry, I didn't see that. I stepped on it. He's been shooting off some pretty spectacular ones over there. So, and you can hear them like all around. I just can't see them everywhere. I mean, you can see like the sky doing some stuff. And I was thinking, there's a little area in our den. We have some folding tables in the garage. I can look, maybe I'll see a desk on Facebook Marketplace or something for like $20 or something. But I was thinking of setting up our little King Osaga little desk, cleaning out this. So there's a little section here that we just have stuff there. Clean that out and putting my desk there so I could just be kind of set up and give Mom back her desk or her table so it's not all on the table all the time. Oh, there's another one, like right outside my front door. We didn't have to go far. Not this year. Ooh, that was cool. Like I said, didn't have to go far. There's like right over there. You can kind of see it over there. So I did get to get you guys some fireworks this year. It just wasn't driving to see a fireworks show. I wasn't up to it. They're really doing a... But anyway, there's like a little area that I could set up a little desk right over here. And then point the desk so that we're facing out here. So I can open the blinds and let you guys see outside while I'm doing it, at least facing me. So I figured maybe we'll give that, we'll see about doing something like that. Like this is like not, I mean, just like right across the way. Hi, Yama. I mean, literally like right across the street. And like I said, I didn't have to go far this year. So I thought I'd let you see some fireworks. Decided to come out here and take a look. Y'all haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. If you can watch some of our things, we're on our way back to monetization. They've had quite a spectacular little thing over there. You can hear them. I can hear them that way, I just can't see them. I found a desk on Facebook for like $30. It was a pretty nice desk. I just don't know how I can get it here. And I thought, well, I can do that, but we also have some folding tables in the garage. I thought maybe I can take a folding table out there and put it up for a while. We'll see. Maybe we're going to do something like that and clean up this little area here and get rid of some stuff and kind of make that our little area right there. Mom has a desk in her room. She said, hi, Bud Files. She said maybe she could think about giving that up. I said, I don't want to move that desk. Happy 4th. So anyway, I'm seriously thinking about doing that, getting that whole area cleaned up, and we'll do it. Here's some more. There was a gentleman down on our old street, Margate. And, man, he had fireworks. I mean, they spent a lot of money on fireworks. And he was a Canadian. And he was a Canadian, and he used to sit there and he said, one year he's like, I think it was like we weren't supposed to, or there was something with the fireworks or something like that. And he just sat there and he goes, he didn't touch one firework because I think he was trying to become a citizen or something like that. But man, our whole street was littered with fireworks, and they spent hundreds of dollars of fireworks every year for that. I don't know if they're gonna do any more, but I figured I saw it. If I'm coming out here, I'll give you some fireworks this year. Not many, but some. You can hear them like all around. And Christina and Josh used to go out every 4th of July and just drive around and find all the fireworks. They used to see all the fireworks, just go driving. We just got done with the Capitol 4th. Our turkey was done and cooked, thank goodness. And the cake came out good. I'll have to do it again and give you all the recipe. If you like Biscoff cookies, it came out really good. Of course, I was down, just so a side note, I was down. I only had 2 eggs, and the recipe called for 3. So I used 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. You can't even taste it. You would have never known it. To substitute for an egg, because I was out of eggs. I didn't feel like running to the store or asking anybody for an egg, so I was like, what can you substitute for an egg? 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And you didn't even notice it, but it was absolutely delicious. It was very moist. I substituted a half a cup of oil, or 1/4 cup of oil for butter, for a 1/4 cup of butter. And then I did the 3 eggs, and then I changed the 1 cup of milk or 1 cup of water for 1 cup of milk, and I added a pudding mix to it. And then I put the cake batter down, then I put the Biscoff, I took crumbled Biscoff cookies, put them in the middle, and then I put another layer of cake batter, put it in the thing for about 30 minutes. It took about 30 minutes to cook it because of the ingredients I added. You can see it all back there. I don't know what it is. You can see them all lighting off every place, all around us. I don't know if they're done over there. You can see it that way. And then, boy, our neighborhood is usually so quiet. And then what else? I put a vanilla pudding mix inside of it. I layered them, and then I cooked it, then I allowed it to cool, and then I added Oreo cookie had the frosting, and I guess they they're not making it anymore, but the frosting the inside of the Oreo cookies, and I added that. That's the frosting I had, so I put that on the top, and then I added more Biscoff cookies on the top of it. It was absolutely delicious. I think he's lighting more. Either that or he's cleaning up. I haven't decided yet. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can ignore the mess in the minute. Show you what I'm talking about when I get done of the area I'm talking about. Oh, he's lighting more. It's nothing up in the air, but when I used to work at the Marriott many odd years ago, I used to work there. We lived, the Marriott Hotel was located in a very, very prominent neighborhood. Like the homes across, it was on a golf course, the homes across were like really expensive homes. And there was nobody on there, it was hardly anybody in the rooms on July 4th this year. And so I was able to turn off like all the lights, still make sure, because I was on the concierge level, so I was on the 7th floor, and I was able to look outside and see the fireworks going off. There was a person like right across the way in a house, like across the golf course that I could see. Man alive, must have spent a tremendous amount on fireworks. I had the best show I'd ever seen in my life. Not only that did I see it across the golf course on the 7th floor, but all the surrounding areas around in Coral Springs you could see literally. Oh my goodness. Oh, you gave her an apple. Hi, Mikey's Adventures. Literally, the surrounding area around Coral Springs, I saw all the fireworks going off because I was on the 7th floor watching it. It was really pretty amazing. I think he's going to light off another. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if he's going to light off another, but he's been doing some pretty spectacular fireworks over there. I've been trying to get up and see. Oh, just got to make sure I know that that's there, because I really don't want to trip on that again. That kind of hurt. See, they're like over there, but you can't see them. I can hear them. I just can't see them. They're not. The whole sky is lighting up, but you can't see any of them. That's why I came back here, because this is where you could see them the most. I don't know if they're done lighting off anything or not. The other night when we were coming home from the hot air balloon, there was fireworks like right there. You could see them. You can hear them, you just can't see them. And Mocha's snoring on the couch. She's not afraid of fireworks at all. Just keep coming over and seeing if I can see them in that way. And you heard that one, you just didn't see it. I mean, you can see the sky over there, kind of see them. You just can't. There's nothing there. When we were at Where was it? We were at our house in Cincinnati. You could see them. You could be out on the porch and see them. I don't know if they're done. Or they're getting ready for more. I don't know yet. At least you can see them. I mean, you can see them that way. They're all getting lit up. They're just not visible. I think they're going to do more. Looks like they're going to do more, guys. I decided just to do the shout outs on Monday. I'll do them on Monday for next week. Last week, I'll do the other set like on Friday, and then I'll get back to regular scheduled program on Monday. Yep, he's going to do another one. Let's see what it is. There you go. That's better than you can do at the show. Certainly a lot less traffic. I hear that one, I just don't see it. There he comes out again. He must have like little rocket launcher things so he could put in his stuff for the ones that are going high like that. Of course, there's nothing out here. I mean, it's dark. There's not like all the city lights and stuff. There's another one. Up close and personal, you guys. I thought I won't be able to take everybody to a fireworks show. Well, I think this is a pretty spectacular one. It's a little slow on the uptake, but you know what? It's homegrown, right in my own backyard. I just couldn't handle all that this time. You're getting clouds here? Well, at least you're getting to see some fireworks. I'll take you before we go inside, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And Sandy, I just tried to find, you know, the channel I was telling you about. I was trying to find, and I couldn't find the channel. Thought that's why I sent it to you. If you found it, send it to me, and then I can just click on it. I'd like to see her finished piece. Of course, when I'm live, I can't click on it either. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't find it. I'll if I have to, I'll email that individual and I'll Say, please send it to me. And they will. There's a lot one. There's a lot in that one. Oh, it's cool. There was a lot in that thing. I'm thinking of my dad, because he always would wear his uniform to church on Sunday. Always. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oof. Yesterday I was asleep by 11, and I slept till 10. I was that tired, and I just kept waking up and going to sleep and waking up and going to sleep. That heat just exhausts you to no end. I was pretty exhausted. That heat just wore me out. And what I did too was we came home, and I'm like, by the time I kind of relaxed myself and I thought I should take a nap, I thought it was 7, 8 o'clock at night, and I didn't want to go to sleep and then not be able to go to sleep. So I stayed awake till like 10, 10:30, and then that was it. I was out. But here comes another one in the sky. See what this one's going to be. Nope, it's just on the ground. I thought it was in the sky. Still pretty cool. It's like a colored one. I just thank God we have AC. I'm like, I couldn't have. I mean, at nighttime, I have to turn the AC, and I don't do it. We keep the house at 72 with the fan on, auto. Okay? And at nighttime, I have to turn it down to 70 and make the fan run all night. Because and then when we leave, we keep the house at 72 because we don't moke it get too hot. So we usually leave the house about 72 degrees because then she'll get too hot, and then so we keep it in auto. So it's set 72 for good chunk of the time. So we don't, unless we leave with her and then we turn the house up to like, AC to like 79 or 80 degrees. But normally it's kept at about 72, 73 degrees because it just gets too hot. But at nighttime I turn it down to 70. Because then our bedroom, for some reason, it gets very warm. It gets all the direct sun comes in. That's our room over there, back room. And it gets all the direct sun coming there. And it's as hot as could be. And so then at nighttime I get hot. And, ooh, that one was pretty. And so we have the fan on too at night. I've got my little stroller fan in there in case I get warm and I need to turn it on. Josh has his fan going. And in the winter, we keep the AC to get warm. Like the gas, not the AC, but the gas. It's like when it gets to like 68 degrees, then 70 it kicks on. But when it gets below 70, then it kicks on. But we just like it cold. I don't like it. I can't take it hot. And I know part of it is just because of the time in my life right now. But man alive, this year especially, I've never had to have the AC at 70, and ever 70 and running on, the fan on all that I have to this year. Because I have woken up just roasting, and then I'm just kind of like, mom's room in the winter is cold. And in the summer, it's cool. And ours is reversed. So, the summer nights here are in the 40s or 50s. How cool is it? Yep, it doesn't here. Ooh, that one was pretty. Well, too, you have to realize, Josh is a diabetic, and diabetics do not regulate their heat well. Another thing, too, that's pretty common, actually, I've learned recently, is fibromyalgia patients also do not regulate their heat well, or their temperature well. So they kind of have a difficult time regulating their heat and their temperature, so sometimes they can't regulate it very well, so sometimes they'll get too cold or too hot. So some of what kind of goes on with me is that kind of fibromyalgia part of it. It's not really anything else, but Josh doesn't regulate his heat well, so like a diabetic can get very hot very quickly and have no way of cooling themselves down. Christina does the same thing. She'll get really hot and then she'll just have a very difficult time cooling herself down. So do fibromyalgia patients. They as well have the same problem. So because of that, he has to have the house colder because he gets really hot really quick, and then it affects him. So, like, he can, just get overheated very fast, very quickly, and then forget it. And to see the colors up there change. I don't know if they're doing anymore. But I was thinking today, I'm going to order that stuff. I need to keep saying I'm going to order, but I was thinking today about what this is going to kind of look like as far as maybe we'll be doing kits and so forth at one point. So, thought about like how I would do that in the sense of I wouldn't want to send like every kit. If I sent, see So you can kind of see it over there a little bit. If I move here, you can see it a little bit better. Oh, there you go. Just need to move. There you go. You can see it through the trees a little bit. I don't know if they're doing it anymore or not. But I was sitting thinking, if I did a welcome kit, not a welcome kit per se, but like, a supply kit. If we got to the point where we were doing patterns and selling the patterns and doing supply kits for this craft, then I could do like a welcome kit. I have to find out if the cutting instrument we use, whether that could be shipped. Like I could include that and like 2 seam rippers and the stylus maybe and the glue and just all the things that I've used I found helpful for the thing. A roll of the paper maybe, if they were going to do their own or something like that, what have you. But I mean, I don't know if they would need the paper if they were going to order kits. But anyway, kind of like a whole supply thing. Everything, the pair of, if they needed maybe a pair, the scissors we're using, all that kind of stuff. Like one thing for a certain price. And then if people order kits, they could say they could have a kit with the seam ripper or without the seam ripper. With the scissor, without the scissor, or something like that. With the seam ripper or something like that. So then that way, people aren't getting every kit to get a seam ripper, and they wouldn't necessarily need the scissors. I wouldn't really recommend junky scissors for that. The scissors I got are pretty nice. Because they're angled. But then you wouldn't need seam ripper, because after a while, if you ordered enough kits, after a while you have 10, 12, 13 seam rippers. You wouldn't need that many seam rippers. The one thing about the kits is then everybody gets them, and then you get all the fabric and everything. We are going to go take a trip to that fabric store I want to go to, and then I could like put in like a bonus thing of $10 worth of fabric. I'm going to go see if they have any an old seam ripper can get dull. However, he's doing another one. However, this specific craft, you're not using it for the seam ripper part. You want to use it for the edge part. So, like, if I did a welcome kit or like a starter kit, I would have put 2 seam rippers in. So if one broke, you could do that. And you could add a seam ripper into any project, or this, you can add that on if you wanted me to include it in. But you're not using the seam ripper, for instance, to use, like people use it to actually seam rip something. You're using the back end of the seam ripper. So unless it broke, it's not really an issue for it to, the dullness is what you want it to be dull after a while, because you don't want it to rip the fabric. I think they're probably cleaning up now. Looks like it. Somebody's putting something in their car. I think. So anyway, something to think about. You're not using it for the back end of it. You're using it for the back side of it. So I was thinking maybe if we did something like that, but then if I went to the the Amish store, and I was able to offer, like like they had a, like a fat quarter bundle or the little tiny bundles of fabric that I could, include or something like that in it. Extra, that is just kind of a bonus into it or something like that. It's just something I was thinking of. I thought that may be something to do too, because you go to Walmart Walmart has okay. I mean, they have a little bit of fabric. All right. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate Sandy. But I was thinking the Walmart has a little bit of fabric, and so does Hobby Lobby. But I'm thinking to myself, I may see what they have. We're gonna go next week and see what they have. That may be something to offer people that want it. They may have different patterns and different fabric, not different fabrics, because you really want to kind of stay with cotton. You use different fabrics. You just have to be careful. Not all fabrics are meant for that art. So we could see something I just rolling on in my head about. I think they're done because it looks like they're packing up some seats and stuff. But it was a nice little fireworks that went on. That's for sure. I'm going to take you inside and let you see what I'm talking about. Oh, gosh. So you can see, and forgive the mess in a minute when I show you all, but here. Hold on a second. Okay, so when you see this, I'm going to close this door. I'm going to show you all so you can see what I mean. So you can just, hold on a second. Okay. You have to do me a favor and forgive the mess. But this is what I'm thinking of. Okay? This is just like a storage. Okay, we have an extra bed here. This is just kind of a storage hub. And we just place stuff over here and just let it be. But what I was thinking was...
Kathy? Yes? When you come back out, can you bring that bag of lifesavers?
What I was thinking of is if I found like a little desk, or if we looked in the garage and got one of our folding tables in there and put it here. Like right here, and faced it so that it was looking this way, but when I was doing it, I was in the back, like the desk, the table was here, I was sitting in the back, so that we could open this during the day and you guys could see the view in the back. But then we had like a little table set up. Right now Josh's stuff is here, but we can move it over to these cabinets over here, right here, and I could use this over here for some, placing fabric and supplies and all that kind of stuff. But if we kind of decluttered this, went through it, moved my yarn. Actually, I thought I'm going to use that basket. It has yarn in it right now, but I'm going to use it for fabric. Then that way I could have this set up here kind of as a permanent King Osaga station without having to have it all over the dining room table. And then I could just wheel my desk chair out and put it here when I wanted to work. Anyway, that was my little idea, but we have to clean this little sorted space out. So anyway, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I know it's a mess, but it's been what it's been. Anyway, I'll let y'all go. Glad we got to see some fireworks at the end of all it. It all worked itself out. But I hope you all had a great 4th and stayed safe. Gonna go get ready for bed because we do have church in the morning. Love y'all, and remember to be proud of being you, because everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye, y'all. Happy 4th and happy birthday.